day, future LPTs. I am Teacher Dale, and today we will be having our review for the subject, the Survey of Philippine Literature in English. In this video, we will be answering 10 multiple choice questions with rationalization in each correct answer. You may get your pen and paper for note-taking. So without further ado, let's begin. For our first question, what is the educational approach that Izagani Cruz identifies as the basic approach that literary teachers in the Philippines must adopt? Is it letter A, stylistics and discourse analysis, B, literary criticism, C, free critical paradigm, or D, moral philosophical approach? I will be giving you 10 seconds to answer. Now, for our rationalization, the correct answer is letter C. Free critical paradigm is the educational approach that Izagani Cruz identifies as the basic approach that literary teachers in the Philippines must adopt. While the other answers, letter A, stylistics and discourse analysis, is an attempt to put criticism on a scientific basis. Letter B is a general term used to identify the act of examining and analyzing a literary piece. And letter D is the type of criticism that focuses on the moral judgment and philosophical ideas presented by the authors and characters. Now, moving on, for question number 2, how many paragraphs does a typical structured literary essay consist of? Is it letter A, 4, B, 5, C, 3, or D, 6? I will be giving you 10 seconds to answer. Now, for our rationalization, the correct answer is letter B, 5. A typical structure for a high school literary analysis essay consists of 5 paragraphs. The 3 paragraphs of the body plus the introduction and conclusion. While the other answers such as 4, 3, and 6 are numbers usually used for a certain type of writing such as short essays and reflections. For question number 3, which of the following concepts are not included in following the style of free critical paradigm approach? Is it letter A, freeing the mind, B, encouraging scholarship, C, radicalizing the classroom, or D, ensuring passion for learning? I will be giving you 10 seconds to answer. The correct answer is letter D, because the 3 other answers are all correct. To expand, free critical paradigm suggests 4 distinct concepts: freeing the mind, radicalizing the classroom, encouraging scholarship, and ensuring love for learning. The right word for the last concept is love, not passion. Number 4, he created a narrative structure that suggested 5 distinct formal elements to be able to understand a literary piece or drama's plot. It is known to be constructed in pyramid style. Is it letter A, Gustav Freytag, B, Noam Chomsky, C, Lev Vygotsky, or D, Jeremy Bentham? And here's your 10 seconds to answer. Now, for our rationalization, the correct answer is letter A, Gustav Freytag. he created a narrative structure that suggested 5 distinct formal elements to be able to understand a literary piece or drama's plot. It is known to be constructed in pyramid style. Well, the other answers are incorrect because Noam Chomsky is known for his theory of language acquisition, Lev Vygotsky for his social cultural theory of child development, and last, we have Jeremy Bentham for his theory on utilitarianism. Number 5. What specific time period is considered Philippine literature? Is it letter A, American occupation period to contemporary period? B, Japanese colonization period to mid-20th century period? C, Spanish period to 20th century period? Or letter D, pre-colonial period to contemporary period? I will be giving you 10 seconds to answer. Now for our rationalization, the correct answer is letter D, pre-colonial period to contemporary period. The other choices mentioned in letter A, B, C are incorrect because they do not fit the specific timeline or periods covered by existence and growing Philippine literature. Number 6. Usually, the teachers view and classify the development of Philippine literature in 3 periods except 1. Is it letter A, period of apprenticeship? B, period of emergence and growth? C, period of renaissance? Or D, period of maturity? And here's your 10 seconds to answer. For our rationalization, the correct answer is letter C, period of Renaissance, because all the 3 remaining answers are all correct. Well, the period of Renaissance is not because typically it is not included in Philippine literature because the works in this period are mostly associated with European literature and the development of Western influences and events. Number 7. What are the 2 central aspects of Philippine society presented in the literary work Soledad by Angela Manalang Gloria? Is it letter A, conservatives and religion? B, sexuality and virginity? C, inequality and gender biases? Or D, female and male relationship? I will be giving you 10 seconds to answer. Now for our rationalization, the correct answer is letter A. Because in the work of Angela Manalang Gloria entitled Soledad, the 2 central aspect pertains to be conservatives and religious societies. The other answers are incorrect because those societal issues appeared to be sub-themes in the literary work mentioned. This work of Angela Manalang Gloria tells the story of a woman condemned by her town for engaging in a premarital sex. The neighbors, specifically the conservatives and religious ones, judged her harshly and saw her as a sinful one. Number 8. Fernando M. Maramag's Moonlight on Manila Bay, 1912, is a poem consisting of 14 lines. This type of poem is called as, is it letter A, haiku, B, ode, C, pastoral, or D, sonnet? I will be giving you 10 seconds to answer. For our rationalization, the correct answer is letter D, because it is a poem consisting of 14 lines, which means it is considered as a sonnet. While the other choices, haiku is a 3-line Japanese poem with a 575 syllable structure. Ode is a lyric poetry for praise or celebration. And lastly, we have pastoral, idealizes rural life, often constructing it with perceived complexities of urban society. Number 9. Which of these stories and poems consists of a theme that portrays social class and race as barriers of love? Is it letter A, Soledad, B, Bread of Salt, C, Tanabata's Wife, or D, Si Pagong at Si Matsing? And here's your 10 seconds to answer. Now for our rationalization, the correct answer is letter B, Bread of Salt, because it is a short story between the poor and the rich, and how improbable it will be for the poor to marry the rich. The other answers are incorrect because the theme in Soledad is about the woman condemned by the conservatives and religious people. Tanabata's Wife is a story about intercultural relationships and gender inequality. And lastly, Si Pagong at Si Matsing is a fable used to teach values. Question number 10. During this particular event in Philippine history, the themes of Philippine literature explored socio-political realities through various genres of protest. Is it letter A, Cavite Mutiny, B, War on Drugs, C, Martial Law, or D, extrajudicial killings, or EJK? I'll be giving you 10 seconds to answer. The correct answer is letter C, Martial Law, because Philippine literature during martial law explored socio-political realities through various genres of protest and revolutionary literature, while the Cavite Mutiny pertains to the execution of Gumburza. War on Drugs is Duterte's campaign during his presidency, and the extrajudicial killings, or EJK, are categorized as killing individuals by government authorities or with their approval without any legal sanction or due process. And that would be all for our review on the survey of Philippine literature in English. See you again next time. Again, this is Teacher Dale. Have a great day ahead.